Hello YouTube and welcome back to my channel. Today is day 24 of my 31-day YouTube upload commitment. We're nearing the end of this journey and not gonna lie, kind of looking forward to it because I keep thinking every day I gotta upload something and at this point, even though I will commit to the end, it still feels like moving forward, I'll upload more on from a space of inspired action. I already started reflecting on what I want to do next with this channel, and I'm gonna bring more structure to it as far as what types of videos I want to post and what type of content I want to share with you. So anyways, that's all upcoming afterwards, but I am sticking to this commitment. I've noticed a lot of changes throughout this journey. I'll talk about it later on in another video, but for today my talk is about I dare you. Okay. I dare you. Same way I kind of dared myself to do this 31-day upload commitment, I dare you to do something that's outside of your comfort zone. It could be anything that you desire to do, but you've never taken that real step towards doing it or making it happen. Maybe you dare yourself to start your YouTube channel. You've been thinking about it for a while, but you always come up with reasons why you're not ready yet. Is it because you don't have the perfect setup, the right camera, the right space with the beautiful lighting? All those are excuses. I started this and I had no idea really what I was going to talk about in each video for 31 days straight. No real space to myself so I can create the content without all the background noises and having the right lighting and the beautiful background and all that fun stuff. I just decided I'm doing it because those are excuses, and if I keep waiting for the perfect time, the perfect space, the perfect lighting, the perfect sound, I'm never gonna start. So fuck it. I just did it. So maybe that one's for you, or maybe I dare you to, or you dare yourself to write that business plan. And it doesn't have to be an elaborate professional business plan. Maybe it's just you sitting down with a cup of tea or maybe a glass of wine, paper and a pen, and just write down your ideas and write down, okay, let's say you desire to start a jewelry business, jewelry that you make yourself. Okay, this is what I desire to create. What are the first things that I need to do about this? Okay, get more material. If I don't have the funds for all the material, okay, well, how can I either get some funding, or how can I play a little bit in my budget so that I can have some funds aside to invest in my business? Do you have a business name, something to reflect on? Okay, maybe open up, if you have a few creations, maybe open up a social media page where you're showcasing what you created. It could be anything. Maybe create the logo, but just write it all down and see what are the things that I can do right now. What if you dared yourself to start, at least start the process? It's an idea that's been just floating in your mind for so long. What if you can take one real action now to make it happen, potentially? Because maybe along the way you'll find that, you know what, I don't really want to do this. I like to make jewelry for myself and not for others. No problem. But you can find that out for sure if you're still debating the idea once you've really started the journey. Maybe you dare yourself to call that person, that specific person that you've been attracted to for a while now, whose vibe really resonates with you, and you've been a little too shy to ask them if they'd like to spend some quality time together, go out on a date just to get to know each other more. Maybe that's your dare. Maybe you dare yourself to finally book that trip. Listen, one of my brothers, I'm telling his business, one of my brothers, true story, has been telling me how much he dreams of one day going to Japan. He's been telling this to me, oh God, I don't know for how long, easily 20 years. Not 20 months, 20 days, 20 weeks, 20 years. Like even as a teenager, I remember him telling me like one day he'd love to go to Japan. And a few years ago, I kind of sort of helped him to make that happen. I would always encourage him, yo, you've been wanting to go. You gotta go, just make it happen. And he kept saying, oh, well, I don't wanna go alone. Maybe I'd go with a group. Okay. There was this travel agency near where I used to live that designed these super trips for people, group trips, and to different places in the world. And they had conference nights on the specific trips. They had one for Japan that same week. I called my brother and I told him, yo, they're having a conference night for the Japan trip. You should go and get some information, see if you dig their vibe and you maybe would like to join that group and go, in a year's time. It was scheduled for a year later. I was like, oh yeah, cool. Did he go? No, he did not. And every time I talk to him, same thing. Oh, one day I'd love to go to Japan. At this point, I'm like, okay, yeah, sure. It just comes one ear, comes out the next. I don't even try to encourage him or nothing, because at this point, I think, is he ever really gonna go? Which I think is sad, because if you have that desire that's burning within you, like you just really want to do this thing, but you never take the step towards it, who knows what you're missing out on? Who knows what was waiting for you on the other side of you not doing it? Who knows? I keep telling him, your wife is in Japan. Someone's waiting for you in Japan, or maybe a career, a life change, something is waiting for you there. Maybe that's why it's calling you. It's been calling you, because something is waiting for you. He hasn't gone yet. So maybe I dare you to look into that trip that you've been really wanting to do. And it's been a few months, or maybe even worse, it's been a few years. You've been desiring to go to that specific country or specific location, but for whatever reasons, you keep postponing the idea, or actually doing it. Matter of fact, you've been postponing doing it. So maybe, okay, how can you start looking into making that a real thing in your life? So I dare you. Can you book that trip, or can you start taking steps to booking that trip? Maybe you dare yourself to make a change in your career. Are you being called to do a specific thing, but for whatever reasons you've been holding back? Is this maybe the right time in your life to take one step? You don't have to let go of everything and just, I quit it all and now I go do this thing. Set up a plan. Maybe you set up your exit plan from where you're at with work towards your new career. What can you do today? I dare you. Dare yourself. That's even more powerful when it comes from your own self. Dare yourself to make that one first real tangible step. Maybe you've been desiring to transform your body. Can you dare yourself to make a change in your diet? It could be a simple little step. Maybe add more vegetables to your meals and reduce the quantity of salty or fried or sweet foods, or too much fat, oils. Maybe just reduce that. Maybe it's to take a cooking class so that you can cook healthier meals according to your goals for your body. Maybe you dare yourself to go to the gym or to join that fitness group or to start attending yoga classes or to go on hikes, to go on walks, to finally buy that bicycle you've been wanting to ride around your city. Instead of driving all the time, you've been thinking, you know what, I should start riding my bike, especially when the weather is nice. Why not? Or maybe that pool that's, in your neighborhood. You've been eyeing that pool. I would love to swim in there, but you've never gone. Maybe today is the day that, you know what, let me grab my swimming trunks, let me grab my bathing suit, and let's just go. Let me just jump in that pool. Let me just run and jump in that pool. Just be in that water. What's waiting for you on the other side of what it is you truly desire? You'll never know until you do it. And guess what? Something amazing, extraordinary could be waiting for you. Or maybe nothing too life-changing. But what will change is the way that you approach things in the future. Things that you desire and that maybe you've had the habit of, holding back. But now you'll feel more confident or courageous to take a step forward and to actually get into whatever it is that you desire. And that right there is a major change in itself. It's a change in your mindset, in the way that you approach your life, that you take things on, and that when your heart is asking you to do something, you go ahead and you do it. You don't put your heart to the side and just live from the head, from your mind. No, now you involve your heart in your life decisions and how you create your life. And I'll end this video with this. One of my greatest master teachers is death. Yep, death. In 2004, I lost a brother to cancer. And although that was an experience, and it carries a lot of sadness, of course. But on the flip side, even though I remember at his funeral crying, and it took me a month to really feel everything that I was feeling after his passing. But even though I felt this sadness, there was something else present. There was an awareness. I remember being aware of the fact that he was content or satisfied or maybe even happy. I wasn't in his skin, but I remember him feeling good, at least feeling good about the fact that in his life he had the chance to know Canada, because he was born and raised in Haiti. He got a chance to move to Canada, a chance to meet his wife there, to get married. His wife already had a daughter. He had experience, raising this kid with her. And then together they had a child. He got a chance to see his daughter being born. They had the chance to travel together as a family. They were able to have all these memories together. He worked at a job that he really loved. He had his family around. He had us. He had a chance to live life according to what he wanted to do and what he desired for himself. So when he left, even though he left very young at 33 years old, he had that with him. Like, I lived. Things that I desired, I got a chance to experience. So I'm not leaving this earth empty or with, too many regrets, because he probably had some. But whatever he could have been regretful about was rebalanced with all the things that he carried with him in his heart and that were gonna go into the great beyond with him. All these beautiful memories, all the love that he cultivated in his life. Death will come for each one of us. Each and every one of us. It's the only guarantee that we have in this life. You're not guaranteed health, money, love, anything except that one thing that you will, the same way you traveled here, you'll travel out. What are you going to do with the time that you have in between those two? This is the one life that you know you're aware that you're living now. Live it. Live it. As long as you have a heartbeat, it means your heart speaks. What is it telling you? What does it desire from you? It doesn't have to be extravagant. It does not have to. Whatever fills it up, fuels your heart, brings you joy, brings you peace, brings you love, brings you laughter, brings you everything that makes you feel good. That you wake up in the morning like, I'm here, let's do it. And when you go to bed at night, today was a good day. It could be simple things like just having coffee with your parents, with your friends, or having the chance to play with your dogs, your animals, or maybe going for a swim in the ocean, surfing, scuba diving, maybe going on trips. Maybe you finally started that business and you had the chance to show your creations to the world and to even get paid for them. It could be anything, big or small, but they filled up your heart. And following the heart takes courage. See, in French, we say courage, courageux. And that word is derived from cœur, which is heart. So it takes courage to live from the heart. In this one life that you have, be courageous. Listen to your heart and follow through. Who knows what's waiting for you on the other side of that? At least give yourself the chance, the opportunity to see. No matter what's on the other side, just give yourself the chance to see it. Why not? So this way, when it's time to go, to travel out of here, you'll be like, ooh, yeah, I did that. And that made me so happy. And maybe even that happiness had a ripple effects on everyone around me, or maybe around the world. We live in the era of the internet, so we have a chance to affect people around the world. What a time to be alive. So that is all I have for today. On that note, I let you go, and I will see you tomorrow.